22, Juicy Butter. Number 3, Sophia. 3-2-1, Ragnar, Pony Cat Rocket. 53, Death Stalker. 6-10, Sexual Harassment. 7, King K. 79,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on day 2 of the Big O 2017, here to watch Crime City take on Terminal. I am Rich Mahogany.
And my name is Shady Hawkins. We're excited to bring this game to you from beautiful Eugene, Oregon. I love this place. Every time I come up here, it is absolutely stunning. So we're going to go ahead and introduce you to these teams because this game is about to get underway. For the Crime City Rollers, we have number 0347, Hannah Pay, number 1, Below Me, number 100, Curly Hoor, number 104, Spinosaurus, number 12, Fricks Road, number 1337, Chutet, number 22, Juicy Butter, number 3, Prince Sophia, number 321, Ragna Ponycat Rocket, number 53, Dyke Stalker, number 610, Sexual Harassment, number 7, King K, number 79, Goldie Blocks, and number 9, Kinks.
And on the other side of things, for Terminal City Rollergirls in the red, we have 09 Skate Park, number 131 Bruiseberry Pie, number 16 Palmer, number 19 Anno War, number 1940 Green Lantern, number 22 Mulan Bruise, number 305 Smokey, number 314 Bazinga, number 322 Handley, number 42 Griffith, number 47 Scarlet Bloodbath, number 69 Flower Plower, number 88 Maiden Sane, and number 99 La Thole.
Looks like to start off this first jam, Terminal City has chosen Maiden Sane to begin wearing the star, and Prince Sophia will be wearing the star for Crime City. Crime City taking on Sydney, the Assassins from Australia yesterday, and beating them handily with a victory of 396 to 28. Crime City now ranked number 12 in the WFTDA after moving up 4 spots. And this is going to be Terminal City's first game this weekend. They're currently ranked number 21 after dropping 2 spots. Crime City, though, coming out on top, lead jammer.
And taking a look back into the pack, we see Terminal City's jammer pushing away against number 22. That's Juicy Butter. She will get by. Juicy Butter gaining herself a penalty. Off to the penalty box she goes. Prince Sophia getting pushed to the outside of the track, forced to call off the jam. 3 points up on the board for Crime City, holding Terminal City scoreless. So we are lining up rather quickly for this next jam. Hannah Pay will be jamming for Crime City in yellow. She'll be jamming against number 22 for Terminal City in red. That is Mulan Bruise.
And with that, the jam whistle is blown, and we are ready. On the toe stops, it's going to be Hannah Pay on the inside line, lead jammer for Crime City. Crime City, again, having a great showing yesterday versus Sydney. Crime City looking to prove that they have definitely earned that number 12 spot.
And Sydney ranked a little bit lower than them at 48. However, now this one, Terminal with at 21. We do have a much closer matchup here. You see Crime City through for a grand slam. 5 points up for Crime City.
And on the toe stops on the outside line, it's going to be Crime City and Hannah Pay one more time for 5 more points.
Mulan Bruise struggling away against a braced 3-wall at the back of the pack for Crime City. Now recycled to the back of the pack. Crime City once again showcasing that amazing defense that they brought to the town on Sydney yesterday.
Hannah Pay at the very top of turn number 3 gets bumped to the outside. She's forced to recycle back all the way around. She's got 2 more blockers left to go as Terminal City is forced to bridge backwards. And forced to the inside is Hannah Pay. Meanwhile, in the back of the pack, our Terminal City blocker struggling against a brace 3-wall. And we do have a confirmed Star Pass new jammer of record for Terminal City. That's their pivot, number 47, Scarlet Bloodbath.
Hannah Pay struggling a little bit at the back of the pack, recycled once again by number 305 for Crime City, or for Terminal City. Sorry, that is Smokey. Great move there. Now the pivot Scar for Terminal City, pushing by the last vestiges of Crime City defense, will get through. That'll be her initial pass. Now donning the Jammer Star, activating her Jammer powers, but the jam will be called after Crime City picks up 5 more points. That'll be a 15-point jam for Crime City, holding Terminal City scoreless, bringing the score to Terminal City 0, Crime City 18.
And it looks like Crime City is choosing to send out captain of their team, Curly Hoare, as the jammer.
And we're going to see Bazinga on the other side of things for Terminal City. See Crime City bracing with a tri-block at the back of the pack, ready to receive Bazinga, while Hannah Pei up at the front of the pack. Or I'm sorry, that's Curly Hoare getting up there, gets lead jam for Crime City.
Curly Hoare been skating with Crime City for quite some time, several seasons now. Veteran and has attained that captain status. She sneaks through on the inside line, calls that jam off. 4 points more now for Crime City.
This hit it and quit it play style, definitely something that they favored yesterday when they played Sydney. Even when they got a sizable score lead, they just were not willing to give up any points. They played this a very aggressive, quick style of derby. Be interested to see here what King K brings to the table as she wears the Jammer Star for Crime City. She will be going up against La Folle for Terminal City. King K going for that outside line quick, but Terminal City there to receive her, forces her to the outside. Meantime, La Folle recycled to the back of the pack on the inside. Both of these defenses doing a great job coming together. We have not yet gotten into turn 1 on this jam. See lots of lateral movement. La Folle almost seeing that little bit of daylight on the inside, but forced to the inside by number 9 on Crime City. That is Kicks.
There almost seemed to be a little bit of confusion there once the Terminal City pivot cover came off. They weren't really 100% sure. In the meantime, King K, lead jammer for Crime City.
Definitely taking advantage of that bit of confusion in Terminal City's pack. Now around dealing with all 3 blockers, minus the pivot at the back of the pack.
Star Stash was the strategy there from La Folle. Crime City and King K is going to call that jam off. No additional points for that jam, 0-0. That is 4 jams in a row. The first 4 jams of these games, Crime City has attained lead every time, and they have managed to hold Terminal City to a score of 0 thus far.
Taking a look down at the jammer line, we're going to see number 3 for Crime City jamming in yellow. That is Prince Sophia. She'll be jamming against number 19 in red for Terminal City, Anna War.
Looks like Crime City has rounded out potentially what their jammer rotation is going to be today, whereas Terminal has offered us a different jammer every time so far, so perhaps their jammer rotation goes that deep. And it's going to be Anna War, lead jammer, first lead jammer for Terminal.
Prince Sophia forced out to the outside, picking up a track cut penalty. This will be a power jam for Terminal City and Anna War. Anna Ward definitely trying to take advantage of this, trying to break up that defense of Crime City at the front of the pack, trying to push through, make some headway, but that triangle brace now formed. Getting a little bit of help from the pivot, number 16 for Terminal City, that is Palmer. Not quite enough to break up the pack as Palmer gets a penalty and will be spending 30 seconds in the box.
I know we were getting some comments yesterday that these microphones are particularly hot. Not sure if anybody can hear it at home, but these, because we're fairly close to the track, but these skaters, their wheels are hitting this track particularly hard. There is an awful lot of foot movement going on that track. If you can't hear it, we can definitely see it, and it's pretty aggressive.
There we go, Prince Sophia through the track. Anna War paying attention, though. Going to call off the jam after picking up a grand slam. 5 points for Terminal City now up on the board. That score is going to be Terminal City 5, Crime City 24. Crime City setting up Hannah Pei to jam. She'll be jamming up against number 88 for Terminal City, Maiden Sane. Hannah Pay very patient there with Maiden Sane, waiting for her to make her move, takes advantage of the opening created. Hannah Pay takes lead jam for Crime City. However, Maiden Sane out of the pack right behind her, looking to close that gap. Again, Hannah Pay, again with that great situational awareness, taking a look at where her opposing jammer is, tries to make as many points as she can before calling off the jam, picks up 2 points, holding Terminal City scoreless.
Before this next jam, we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Rydell Skates. Shout out to Rydell Skates, a proud sponsor of the Big O. They are brought to you also by the all-new Solaris, the Solaris performance that you demand and comfort you've been missing.
Looking down to that jammer line, Crime City sends up Captain Curly Hoare to jam. She'll be jamming against Moulin Bruise for Terminal City. Moulin Bruise trying to push her way through that braced triangle for Crime City. Again, a fierce defense, not going to be easy going for her. Curly Hoare, in the meantime, trying to play a bit of a lateral game, dealing with her own tri-block at the front. Moulin Bruise breaks through, though, going to take lead jam for Terminal City.
Second lead jam for Terminal City, first for Moulin Bruise.
Pack picking up speed as Curly Hoare tries to get through on the inside, is knocked out. Got Moulin Bruise through for 5 points for Terminal City.
Palmer going to the box for a back block along the straightaway for Terminal City. Curly Hoare able to make her way out for her first initial pass. And jam is called off, 3 points more on the board for Terminal.
Terminal slowly starting to close up that score gap. Both of these teams playing rather conservatively with that hit it and quit it style. Both very aware of how strong the other team is and how important it is to hold them down as few points as possible each jam.
Absolutely, both of these teams have been at the top of their rankings for quite some time. Very skilled at what they do, and point proven right there. King K just a step around for lead jammer for Crime City.
She will be jamming against Bazinga for Terminal, who's just recycled to the back of the pack, now trying to push through, still working on her initial pass, as King K furiously pressing against that Triforce of power at the front of the pack for Terminal City.
Forearm is the call on Bazinga. It is now a power jam for Crime City. King K putting 5 points up on the board.
Crime City blockers sitting there waiting for their jammer. Once she's there, engaging the pack they go, breaking up that defense for Terminal City. However, Terminal City not going to let that go by easily. Number 1337, that's Jutette. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not sure. That was Bruiseberry Pie, 131 for Terminal City. Taking that late hit on King K.
Bazinga now released from the penalty box. She's going to be drawn back into the beginning of turn number 3. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, King K has engaged with the Terminal blockers. One more blocker left to go, and King K moving out of the pack for another 5-point grand slam.
Bazinga having a little bit of trouble again at the back of that pack. Both these teams really making great use of that braced triangle formation and getting a little bit of help from her friends to break that up. Now at the front of the pack, but finds herself right back in that spot where just having a rough time getting through. Crime City will lose one of their blockers to a high block penalty. Crime City then losing a blocker themselves. We see Bazinga through. That'll be her initial pass. Now working on that scoring pass. King K once again just very aware where that other jammer is, takes a look at the bench, calls off the jam, picks up 4 points, holds Terminal City to 0.
19-point jam total there by Crime City. Very impressive. However, King K, looking at the bench, maybe should have taken a peek over at the penalty box. 2 of Crime City's blockers trapped in the penalty box at the beginning of this jam, only 1 for Terminal City, but I guess it just wasn't that much of a concern. I mean, Crime City is performing rather well so far, and with Prince Sophia now jamming, we'll see how Crime City handles being down a couple blockers.
We'll see if Slathole can take advantage of that. She is working her way to the front of the pack, just working at one last bit of defense in number 53, Dyke Stalker. She does surpass her. Lead jam goes to Terminal City. Prince Sofia, though not to be outdone, is out of the pack, looking to close that distance fast. Slathole gets back into the pack, pushes through on the inside, meets up with a bit of resistance, forced to call off the jam. 3 points on that jam for Terminal City, 0 Crime City.
The Big O is proudly sponsored by the Radar Halo. Pick up a set of halos today and see what you have been missing.
Crime City sends up Hannah Pay to jam. She'll be jamming against Terminal City's Anna War.
As we come into jam number 10, it does look like both of these teams have gone ahead and rounded out their jammer fields, both a little deep. We've got a 4-jammer rotation going for Crime City, and what looks like a 5-jammer rotation going for Terminal City, and a push to the outside.
That was a great hit there by Bruceberry Pie on the Crime City jammer, Hannah Pay. Absolutely going to work there. Anna War working her way to the front of the pack, getting a little bit of help from her pivot, number 69. That is Flower Plower. But that Crime City defense really sticky together. Oh, nice apex jump attempt by Hannah Pay. Not quite having it. She does pick up a trap cut penalty. That'll be a power jam for Anna War and Terminal City.
Terminal City still eligible for a lead at this time. So if Anna War can get out, and she does, lead jammer going to Terminal City. So not only lead jammer, but like you were saying, power jam opportunity now. Terminal City going to be looking to close this score gap.
Terminal City defense patiently waiting for their jammer to engage the defense to figure out where that weak spot is. They get in there, break it up, grand slam up for Terminal City. Penalty box slowly emptying for Crime City. Both teams now at full strength. Jammer back on the track for Crime City. Anna Pay wasting no time getting up into the action.
Hannah Pay pushed to the outside by a combination of Handley and Bruceberry Pie, able to make her way through a lateral movement to the inside to complete that initial pass.
Little apex leap there by Hannah Pay. Works on getting 1 point before that jam is called. 3 points on that last jam for Terminal City. That'll be a grand total of 8 points up for Terminal City, 1 for Crime City. That brings the score to Terminal City 24 and Crime City 46.
Now jamming for Terminal City, number 88, Maiden Saint, and now jamming for Crime City in the yellow, number 100, Curly Hoare.
Curly Hoare looks for that inside lane, does get forced out, but comes right back in. No pass, no penalty, so no lead jam for her. Lead jam goes to Maiden Saint in Terminal City.
First consecutive lead jammer acquisition for Terminal City. It almost appears like Terminal City has kind of found their momentum a little bit, but Crime City in response is increasing the pack speed. Maiden Saint pushed to the outside by a shoulder from number 22 of Crime City. That's Juicy Butter. Curly Hoare putting up 3 more points for Crime City as she's going to come around for another scoring pass.
Maiden Saint.
And an apex hop with no contact whatsoever. 4 points.
Great pass there for Curly Hoare and Crime City. Maiden Saint still getting knocked about towards the back of the pack, is going to call off that jam. 4 points on that pass for Terminal City. But that jam will go to Crime City. 7 points picked up on that jam to Terminal City's 4. Lining up next, we're going to see King K taking the star for Crime City in yellow. She'll be jamming against number 22, Moulin Brews for Terminal City in red. King K going to look for that outside line, jukes to the inside, meets a wall of red, is forced to the outside, forced to recycle back. That by number 69, Flower Plower.
Moulin Brews, originally looking for that same outside line to juke to the inside, was shut down by the Crime City defense. Now both jammers trapped. Pack seems to be stuck in turn number 1. And of course, right as I say that, Crime City and King K Lead jammer right through the apex.
See Moulin Bruise still pushing at the back of Terminal City, has removed her helmet cover. We will wait to see yet if this is just a star stash or if she will pass it over to the pivot. Once again, Moulin Bruise recycled to the back of the pack. Crime City defense really sticking it to her. However, now King K meeting with a bit of resistance of her own at the front of the pack, forced to the inside. Getting a little bit of help there from number 9 Kicks. King is now through the pack. Grand slam up for Crime City.
Can't help but notice that the pack speed is decreased substantially from what we've been seeing the last couple of jams, with both of these teams trying to settle into a braced tripod. Terminal City into that tripod at the very top of the apex, going to force King out, and they will recycle all the way back around. And we do have a confirmed Star Pass new jammer of record for Terminal City. That's going to be number 47, Scarlet Bloodbath. That's the second time Scarlet Bloodbath has received the stars.
Well, Scarlet Bloodbath not going to be able to get an opportunity to get any points with that star as the jam is called. Going to see a grand total of 10 points up on that jam for Crime City as we see a timeout called by Terminal.
This timeout is going to be brought to us by the S1 helmet. The S1 Lifer helmet equals best fit plus best protection equals made for roller derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer, S1. And a happy nod to the S1 helmet from myself a little bit personally. I'm actually going to be looking for an S1 helmet, not just for roller derby, but I'm an equestrian. And so as a riding helmet, the S1, because it is multiple impact rated, is actually a viable option for us as well. So I'll be looking for the S1 with a visor.
Well, there you go. S1 providing protection not only for roller derby, but all your head protection needs. Team timeout still going down here. We see Crime City still in control of this bout. Terminal City trying to break up some of that momentum. It's definitely putting up a good showing here. Victory by no means out of reach. Terminal City going to look to close that score gap. Sending up Bazinga to jam up against Hannah Pei for Crime City.
It's hard to imagine that we are under 11 minutes of roller derby left in this period. It seems like these 12 jams have gone by so fast.
Definitely some fast-paced action happening on the track here. Hannah Pei recycling to the back of the pack, trying to force her way through the Terminal City defense, which is a little broken up by getting into the Crime City defense in the middle of the pack.
Such great awareness initially by Hannah Pei, but Hannah Pei did step a toe stop out in turn number 1. It is a track cut, making this a power jam opportunity, and lead is still available for number 314. That's Bazinga.
Bazinga trying to roll off of the Crime City defense, but they're just pushing a little too hard, keep pushing her right out to the outside. There she goes again, trying her best to get through to take lead jam. Crime City does lose one of their blockers to the penalty box. Bazinga now stretching that pack out, does get through, takes lead jam for Terminal City.
5th lead jammer for Bazinga. Or not for Terminal, it is actually Bazinga's 1st lead jammer.
Now, Crime City did a great job of holding Bazinga back just long enough to really burn out that penalty time. Hannah Pei now back on the track looking to do some damage. Pack getting up close and personal around turn 3. Bazinga just takes a late hit there by number 53 for Crime City, Dyke Stalker. Bazinga shaking it off through for a grand slam, Terminal City. Hannah Pei now through on her initial pass, looking to score some points. Bazinga, though, calling off that jam. No points for Crime City. 3 up in the sky for Bazinga and Terminal City. That'll be an 8-point jam for Terminal. bringing this score within 30, I believe that is 27 if my announcer math is accurate. We're going to see Prince Sophia taking the Jammer Star for Crime City. She'll be jamming against number 99 for Terminal, that is La Folie.
I know on your screens at home, her name is spelled Z-O-L-E, but that is pronounced Folie. And she is lead jammer for Terminal City.
Prince Sophia, though, not to be outdone, also through the pack. Going to look to close some of that distance. La Folie really picking up speed as she engages the pack. Gets her hips by that that second to last blocker at the last moment, picks up 3 points, holds Crime City scoreless.
We're looking at a 24-point game right now between these two teams. With as much action has been going on, when you turn and look at the scoreboard, you almost expect Crime City to be up a significant number, but really it's only a 24-point difference. And we've been seeing so much action. Like I said, normally with the speed of roller derby, you see higher level or higher scoring. But that just goes to show that Terminal City defense is not playing around. And we do have a lead jammer, and that's going to be captain for Crime City, Curly Hoare.
Jammer for Terminal City, Anna War still almost through, but is recycled to the back of the pack by number 1 Below Me. Terminal City just has 1 blocker in the penalty box. Crime City at full strength. That is a 4-point pass for Curly Hoare. And through again, just weaving through the pack. That's a grand slam up on the board for Crime City. Oh, Curly Hoare trying to get through again, but does get forced into a track cut. That'll be a power jam for Terminal City, and Anna War will see what they can do with this 30 seconds granted to them. Anna War still trying to get through on her initial pass. Track cut on number 79 for Crime City, Goldie Blocks. Anna War, though, knocked to the inside, forced to recycle to the back of the pack.
Anna War going shoulder to shoulder with Jutette. Jutette now getting a little bit of assistance from Below Me. And shoulder to chest from Below Me. On to Anna War. Anna War a little bit frustrated with Below Me kind of sitting almost right on top of her.
Curly Hoare through the pack for a grand slam for Crime City. Do see Anna War through the pack now on her initial pass. Apex leap by Curly Hoare, and she's going to call off the jam. 4 points up for Crime City. Terminal City, no points that jam. See 18 points up on the board for Crime City. Wow, and as you said, Shady, kind of hard to believe that we are now down to 5 minutes remaining in this half. I feel like these teams have not given anybody a chance to breathe during this game.
And that's even with, I'm pretty sure there was, there was one timeout taken even in that by Terminal City, and things are just absolutely blowing by. So if you're at home watching, don't blink. You're going to miss everything.
King K jamming for Crime City, jamming against Maiden Sane for Terminal. Terminal City, Maiden Sane, lead jam.
That is the second lead jammer for Maiden Sane. Maiden Sane looking to score as many points as possible. Let's see if we're going to get a hit it and quit it scenario. Looks like we are.
Oh, but a bit
too late.
King K picks up 4 points on that pass to Maiden Sane's 3. So jam advantage does go to Crime City and King K. Another quick lineup here. Moulin Bruise wearing the Jammer Star for Terminal. She'll be jamming against Hannah Pay for Crime City. So Terminal City does have a bit of a pack advantage here as there are, Crime City has the pack advantage as Terminal City has 2 of their blockers. We have an official timeout here.
Official timeout due to an illegal procedure is going to be issued to number 88, Maiden Sane. Maiden Sane is going to have to report as the pivot. She is indeed in queue for the penalty box. And she did not place herself on the track as she should have, being in queue. So an illegal procedure will be issued for that. But it looks like it is not going to be as the pivot. The penalty box did clarify. So a little bit of administrative work there, and we will get right back to the game. We're going to call 5 seconds. There it is. And we will continue on with roller derby.
Both Moulin Bruce and Hannah Pay rushing forward. Moulin Bruce trying to ride a little bit of Hannah Pay's wake on the outside. Not quite going to happen for her, though. And there we have Hannah Pay out first to take lead jam for Crime City.
And now Maiden Sane has reported to the penalty box. Star stash action.
Moulin Bruce is through the pack on her scoring pass now. Hannah Pay once again head on a swivel, well aware of where that opposing jammer is. Calls off the jam after 4 points scored, holding Terminal City to 0.
While we have a moment, we would like to thank another one of our sponsors for the Big O 2017. And that's going to be the Rat City Rollergirls. Do not miss the only WFTDA playoff on the West Coast. It is Labor Day weekend, September 1st through the 3rd in Seattle. You can stay tuned to WFTDA.com for tickets.
Taking a look down to the jammer line, we see number 314, Bazinga, wearing the star for Terminal in red. She'll be jamming against number 7, King K, for Crime City in yellow. We do have a lead jammer declared. Bazinga takes that lead, however, recycled to the back. King K now through the pack, working on her scoring pass. Bazinga wisely calling off the jam, so no damage can be done by King K and Crime City on that jam.
Interesting that Crime City just kind of switched up their jammer rotation just then. King K only having one break of a jam between those jams just then. Jammed in 16 and last time in 18. So interesting little change there. I guess maybe Crime City wanted to try King K out against Bazinga to see what would happen.
King K was the high-scoring jammer for Crime City versus Sydney yesterday, if I recall correctly. So maybe want to put her up there, really try to work her as she's hot. There we go. We're getting back into the action. Number 3, Prince Sophia takes lead jam for Crime City. Meantime, La Follée for Terminal City is taking a late hit by number 1337 for Crime City. That is Judette. Prince Sophia now through for a grand slam. Terminal City, well, both teams actually seeing a single blocker sitting in the penalty box. Prince Sophia forced to the outside, forced to recycle to the back. I believe that was by number 42 for Terminal City, Griffith.
This jam kind of seems like a little bit more of a cluster than average, and I think that's because we started out this jam with 2 blockers per team in the penalty box. Prince Sophia for 5 more points, exiting the engagement zone. No pass, no penalty is going to be the call. And now we have an initial pass completed by La Follée.
Prince Sophia getting around the opposing blockers on the outside. Once again, just going to call off that jam, holding Terminal City to 0. That is a 14-point jam for Crime City. They now extend their lead, 42 Terminal City, 108 Crime City. And we are going to line up for what will likely be the last jam of this half. Seeing Curly Hoare wearing the jammer star for Crime City. She'll be jamming against number 22 Terminal City, Moulin Bruce. A lot of fierce footwork happening there as we come up to turn 1. Oh, a back block penalty called against Moulin Bruce, jammer for Terminal City. This gives Curly Hoare and Crime City a power jam. Lead still up for grabs as Curly Hoare works to push the last vestiges of Terminal City's defense outside of the zone of engagement. Does get lead jam, Crime City.
Curly Horror with some amazing footwork just then along the back straightaway. Sliding to one side, turning backwards, pivoting on the toe stops. And it was all just so finesse and fine-tuned. Duck on the outside, top of the apex, full 5, grand slam for Curly Horror.
Moulin Rouge released from the penalty box, going to get back in effect here as Curly Horror leaps the apex. Takes a late hit there by number 9 for Terminal City. Number 99, I'm sorry, that's La Folle. Moulin Rouge now through on her initial pass, looking to score some points. Curly Horror focusing on getting through the pack, calls off the jam just in the nick of time. Grand slam Crime City, holding Terminal City to 0.
And we're going to go into this halftime with Crime City Rollers at 118 after that 10-point jam. Terminal City All-Stars 42. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in this second period, but in order to find out, we've got to crunch some numbers. So we'll see you when we come back.
Kicks with 3. Looking over at the Terminal City side of things, number 16, that is Palmer, has 5 penalties, so getting into a little bit of penalty trouble there. Might need to take a look at, keep an eye on that going into the second half. Next highest penalty for Terminal City is number 305, Smokey, with 3.
Total penalty count right now for Terminal is going to be 21, but Crime City a very close second with 20. Only 1 penalty separating these teams. When you see a score like this, you don't necessarily expect such a close, penalty game, as it were, as opposed to a point-scoring game. So very interesting that Terminal, with the amount of penalties that they have, has maintained a large score differential between the two. So, and something we were talking about during halftime before we were going to come back is that we went from having a 24-point differential to having, how much did I say it was? 76 point differential in almost 6 to 7 jams.
Yeah, it seems like the big story with that has been the low number of double pass scoring jams we've seen. We've seen both teams being very aggressive with the hit it and quit it style, just usually getting that 4-point pass, often less than that. Both jammers putting a lot of pressure on each other as they go around that for their scoring passes. Indeed,
only 3 jams did Terminal have where they were able to make a second scoring pass. So that's definitely going to play a role in why the score differential is the way it is, even though the penalty count is roughly the same. With Crime City, it's almost as if, if you're looking at how the points are broken down, if they got a second scoring pass, they were going to get a third, is the likelihood of it. So let's see if that momentum is going to continue with Crime City. They were building momentum as we went into the halftime. Now we're starting back. Period number 2 of Crime City versus Terminal City. And right out front is going to be number 7, King K, lead jammer for Crime City. Real close behind, though, number 88, Maiden Sane.
King K, again, showcasing exactly what we were talking about, just not willing to give up any points to the opposing team once they have lead jam. Calls off the jam after picking up only 1 point. But 1 point, a bunch of 1-point jams can quickly snowball, as we've seen in this first half with Crime City and Terminal City. Looking down to the jammer line, we see number 3 wearing the jammer star for Crime City in yellow, Prince Sophia. Number 22 for Terminal City in red, that is Moulin Rouge.
And we do have a quick official timeout in the moment. We are going to issue another, looks like, illegal procedure for a skater not reporting to the box. That's going to be issued to number, looks like 20. Number 6, possibly, for Terminal City, but we're at just the wrong angle, and her armband is just twisted just the wrong way.
I think that's number 16, Palmer, but as you said, we just can only see that second digit on the armband. But that does not change the jammer status here. Moulin Rouge will be jamming for Terminal City, jamming against Prince Sophia for Crime City. So the official timeout now resolved. We are ready to get back into the action. Just going to wait for that 5-second call. Here we are, 5 seconds from the action. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Prince Sophia just going to push right up into that tri-block for Terminal. Tri-block formation seemed to be the favorite for both of these teams, using them to great effect. Bruceberry Pie recycles Prince Sophia to the back, but does pick up a penalty for her troubles. Crime City also losing a blocker to the penalty box. Ooh, and with that, number 22, Moulin Bruise, goes to the box. That gives Prince Sophia a power jam. Prince Sophia out on her first pass. She does have lead jam, looking to score some points here. Prince Sophia looking for the hole on the outside. Number 16 for Terminal City, Palmer, though, there to meet her. Pack now slowly getting spread out. They won't be able to hold Prince Sophia for long, but they're doing what they can. Great job there. Number 69 for Terminal City, Flower Plower, plowing Prince Sophia to the outside, forcing her to recycle back. Meantime, Moulin Bruise back on the track. Penalty box empty, teams at full strength.
Maiden Bruise leading hard on a braced tripod. Just pushing that tripod forward almost to the pivot line from the jammer line before coming off of it and re-engaging. And then some offensive assistance. 131, Bruceberry Pie just pushes the Crime City line almost over. But Crime City, quick to recover, is going to trap Maiden Sane again. Bruceberry Pie going to do everything that she can to try and get Maiden Sane out. That's not Maiden Sane. That's Moulin Bruise.
Prince Sophia, after stretching that pack out for almost half of the track, does finally break through. Grand slam up for Crime City. Moulin Bruise, though, now through the pack, working on her scoring pass. Expect to see Prince Sophia calling off this jam momentarily. There it goes. After takes a bite out of Bruceberry Pie. That's a 1-point jam for Crime City, holding Terminal City scoreless.
Well, 1 point pass, 6 point jam. I knew what you meant.
Thank you for staying on top of that. Let's see here, getting down. We got Bazinga going to be wearing the jammer star for Terminal. She'll be jamming against Hannah Pay for Crime City.
Bazinga.
There are a lot of fun names to say in this game, and Bazinga is going to play Bazinga.
Bizza. Oh, and lead jammer going to go to Hannah Pay. Hannah Pay, though, having to recycle back into the middle of the pack to recomplete her initial pass. Multiplayer block dropped by our jammer referee as she escaped the pack.
Oh, nice apex lead by Hannah Pay, just keeping up the speed, barely losing any momentum as she goes through for a grand slam up for Crime City.
Looks like we're going to have a repeat, possibly, of the first period of this game. 3 lead jammers in a row and another grand slam scoring pass for Crime City. And if the statistics hold true, this may turn into a third one as well.
Bazinga is knocked to the outside, has yet to complete her initial pass. Crime City defense, only 3 blockers on the track for them, but they come together forming that Tri-Force blocking powerhouse. They are just hugging away at Bazinga, not letting her through. Ooh, as Crime City loses another blocker to the penalty box. That is number 1, Below Me.
Below Me going in for a multiplayer block. Bazinga is going to be forced to recycle back into the second straightaway. Little one-on-one derby at the back of the pack. Bazinga seeing another one of the Crime City blockers returning to the track. I believe that was number 53.
Terminal City having trouble getting pulling that tripod blocking force together. Does end up letting Hannah Pay through for another 5-point grand slam. Bazinga now through the pack, looking to make her first scoring pass. Hannah Pay gets the message from the bench, calls off the jam, though. That is a 2-point pass for Crime City.
Jam total 21 points. That is officially the highest scoring jam in the game thus far, going to Hannah Pay.
Very good jam there for Crime City. Terminal City starting to slowly fall behind here. They're going to need to really grab some of this momentum here. La Thole, is taking the jammer star for Terminal City, jamming against King K for Crime City. Just at the start of that jam, Below Me does exit the penalty box. Both teams now at full strength on the track.
feel like we should sing a song.
About the pack track?
Take me right back to the pack, Jack.
King K going right back to the pack after picking up lead jam for Crime City.
That's right. I went there.
That was marvelous. King K through for a grand slam for Crime City. Lathole still working on making her initial pass. She tries to go on the inside, leapt over by King K. That's another 5 points for Crime City. So again, we'll see if that trend holds true, if they'll get one more, maybe even two, as Lathole is still stuck right back there at the back of the pack. Recycled to the back by number 9 for Crime City. That is Kicks.
And King K pushed to the outside in turn number 2. Going to have to recycle all the way back to that first straightaway, almost to the jammer line. She had almost made it completely out, only had maybe 1 or 2 blockers left to go in turn number 2, and just bloop, right out to the outside.
A little bit of a rough and tumble pack happening around turns 1 and 2. Lathole is going to take advantage of that confusion, does get through on her initial pass. As Terminal City loses a blocker to the penalty box, that is number 131, Bruiseberry Pie. And King K, true to form, will call off that jam after 5 points scored on that pants, holding Terminal City scoreless. Grand total of 15 points for that jam up for Crime City.
We'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Hit This Derby Gear. Derby owned and operated. Before you hit the track, hit this. Visit the store in Salem, Oregon, or online at hitthisderbygear.com, specializing in custom gear fitting and skate tech services.
All right, seeing a jammer we haven't seen jam for Crime City this half. Curly Hoare, captain of Crime City, up to jam against Maiden Sane for Terminal City. Maiden Sane taking up the position at the front of the pack. She does get through for lead jam Terminal.
First lead jammer for Terminal this period. Maiden Sane was also the first jammer. No, I'm sorry, was not the first jammer to get lead jammer. That was Anna War in the first period.
Maiden Sane just going through like rubber through that pack by Crime City, barely losing any momentum, does call off the jam. That was a 4-point jam up for Terminal City, holding Crime City to 0.
Funny enough, though, it did take Terminal City 5 jams in the first period to get that first lead jammer. Second period, like clockwork, 5 jams, and then Maiden Sane, lead jammer.
Well, Terminal City is going to want to break that clock if they want to take the win from Crime City here. We're going to see what Moulin Bruise can do as she jams up against Prince Sophia. Penalty box emptying for Terminal City. Crime City still with 1 blocker in the penalty box. It is number 321, Ragna Ponycat Rocket. And then back to the penalty box goes 131 for Terminal City, Bruiseberry Pie. And they seem to have also lost another blocker to the penalty box. Can't see which one that is, but that is a diminished pack strength for Terminal City by 2. Crime City jammer Prince Sophia now through to take lead jam. Prince Sophia through for 5 points on that pass for Crime City. Penalty box now empty for Terminal. Crime City with their pivot, I believe that is number 17. Oh no, I'm sorry, that is 1337, Jutette in there for Crime City. Moulin Bruise now through on her initial pass. And as you said, like clockwork, Prince Sophia is going to call off that jam. 1 point on that pass, 0 for Terminal City. Grand total of 6 on the board, that jam for Crime City.
That last jam, jam number 5, was going to be the first jam that was scoreless in 6 jams. That includes the second period for Crime City, and it looks like same general trend from period 1 to period 2. Normally we like to say about how much second periods will change a game, but it looks like get a little deja vu here.
Yeah, Crime City just very mechanical and methodical with their play. King K through for lead jam, jamming against Bazinga for Terminal.
King K number 7 and jam number 7.
King K trying to stay in on her toe stops, is forced out at the start of turn 1. Bazinga again really struggle against that digging in defense, that triple blocking force at the front of the pack for Crime City. And Smokey will recycle King K to the back of the pack. King K now really slowing down on this, her initial scoring pass. Dancing through, though, as soon as I say that, on the inside. King K through for 5 points. King K getting through rather uncontested on that pass. Got a little bit of loving from number... I lost that number. No, that was 42 for Terminal City Griffith. Bring K back through, though, for another 5-point pass.
Looks like Bazinga has removed the helmet cover, and we are going to have a confirmed star pass by the officials. New jammer for Terminal City. That's going to be their pivot. Where? Oh, my goodness. On the outside, 42. That's right. Griffith. Going to be new jammer.
Penalty box now empty for both teams. Griffith has not yet donned that star cover. Holding tight, though. Speaking of holding tight, that Crime City defense is sticking to her and holding tight themselves. Not going to let that newly minted Terminal City jammer through, as King K is through for another grand slam.
Starting to wonder if King K and Hannah Pay have a little bit of a rivalry competition going on, because King K, with the completion of that pass, will now have the high-scoring jam for the game, reaching all the way up to the big 3-0, 30-point jam for King K.
That will bring our score to Terminal City 46, Crime City 197. And once again, we have a pretty the second half is going by just about as quickly as the first. We only have about 17 minutes remaining. Anna Pay going to be taking the line, jamming for Crime City. She'll be jamming up against Anna War for Terminal.
That's it. This is going to be Anna War's first appearance on the jammer line this period. Anna War, again, holding the prestigious the first lead jammer designation for Terminal City in the first period.
A nice hit there by Bruceberry Pie, forcing Hannah Pay out to the outside. Hannah Pay, though, not going to work the second time, just runs up the outside line, takes lead jam for Crime City. Anna War just barely not getting out, taking a late hit by number 79 for Crime City, Goldie Blocks. That's going to allow Hannah Pay an opportunity to get through. Another grand slam up for Crime City. Hannah Pay dancing on her toe stops around the outside line, does manage to stay in, working on that last bit of Terminal City defense. Bruceberry Pie does get through. That is another grand slam for Crime City.
Back speed looking to increase as Anna War has 2 blockers left to go. Crime dropping number 79. Goldie Blocks to form that bridge. Bridge is going to collapse back into the pack. Another grand slam up there for Hannah Pay.
Anna War still stuck in the back of the pack, now trying to get a little bit of help from her friends, and I see number 322 Handley back there trying to help her out. She does now get through, completing her initial pass.
Goldie Blocks receiving a cutting the track penalty, which is why they're in the penalty box.
And once again, Hannah Pay, head on a swivel, calls off that jam 4-point pass. Terminal City 0.
24 total point jam there for Hannah Pay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start thinking that Hannah Pay and King K are having a little bit of a friendly competition amongst themselves at this point.
We saw a similar trend in their game against Sydney yesterday. Those two definitely the high-scoring jammers. And it seems like once they hit their stride, they are nigh unstoppable. Getting back down to the action on the track, Curly Hoare wears the jammer star for Crime City in yellow. She is jamming against number 88. That is Maiden Sane for Terminal City in red.
Curly Hoare pushed out by number 9. Kicks, or no.
There we see Maiden Sane taking lead jam for Terminal City. Curly Hoare now through on her scoring pass. Maiden Sane through for 4 points. Taking a look to the bench, not getting the sign to call it off. Gonna give it a shot to make some more points. Definitely what they're gonna need to complete. There she does get by. Just barely skating by number 22, Juicy Butter. That's a grand slam up for Maiden Sane in Terminal City.
A little bit of concern in turn number 1. I believe Below Me has removed herself from gameplay due to what may look like an ankle injury. We have a medic checking on her, but since she is off the track and not impeding gameplay, they're going to let this jam continue. Yep, two medics now checking on her. We'll give you a status update as soon as we are able.
Getting back onto the track, Maiden Sane pushes away against the front wall, getting some help from number 9. Great hit there by Skate Park, breaking up that pack. However, not quite enough to let Maiden Sane free. We see Curly Hoare now through for 3 points as she redons that star. Jam is going to be called, and we have an official timeout.
I believe we're going to take this official timeout as we are going to make sure that all of the action that occurred on turn number 1, potentially involving the injured skater, was good to go.
That was definitely a good scoring jam for Terminal City, picking up 19 points to Crime City's 3. Wise choice there by Maiden Sane and Terminal City to keep that jam rolling.
Indeed, and what great wherewithal. I mean, we wish the apps for the absolute safety of all of our skaters, but wise choice by Below Me to remove herself from the track entirely since she was physically capable of doing so. It's a kind of, I guess, a silver lining, but like I said, nobody really, of course, we hope that for sure that everything's going to be okay, but I am seeing that a skate has gone ahead and come off.
So definitely big thank you out to all of our EMT volunteers here this weekend, making sure we are skating safe, and if anything does happen, making sure our skaters and referees are all well taken care of. Looks like we have transitioned to a team timeout here for Crime City. Going into this next jam, we will see 2 of Terminal City's blockers starting in the penalty box.
Crime City has Goldie Blocks sitting in the penalty box. Goldie Blocks receiving 2 penalties that last jam. It is going to be King Key and Moulin Bruise beginning this jam. If you're just now joining us, Terminal City in the red with white, Crime City in the yellow with black and purple.
King K trying to knock off Moulin Bruce to the inside. Doesn't quite work. However, it does allow her to get up to the front of the pack. She is almost forced to the inside, but it looks like a penalty called on Bruceberry Pie is going to allow King K through to take lead jam for Crime City. Moulin Bruce almost through, but then up in front of her is the pivot for Crime City.
Both jammers now out. King K on that first scoring pass, grand slam. Moulin Bruce coming up close behind. Smokey with the shoulder to the chest of Goldie Blocks. Goldie Blocks slow to get up. Looks like Bruceberry Pie has received her 7th penalty. Bruceberry Pie will foul out of this game and will be sent to the locker room to change.
All right, we are ready to get back into this jam. Prince Sophia wearing the star for Crime City in yellow up against Bazinga for Terminal City in red. Oh, Bazinga thinking she saw an open lane on the outside, not quite getting it, then juking to the inside and forced outside by number 22, Juicy Butter for Crime City, allowing Prince Sophia just enough time through to get lead jam, Crime City. Prince Sophia now around beginning her scoring pass. Bazinga still in the pack, not having completed her initial one. Prince Sophia through, 5 points, Crime City. Penalty box slowly emptying out at this point. Terminal City only having their pivot sitting. I believe that's number 305, Smokey. Oh, nice job. Bazinga knocking Prince Sophia to the outside, forcing her to recycle all the way halfway across the track.
For the privileges of being jammer, you can draw that back all the way.
Not going to hold Prince Sophia back for too long. That is a 5-point pass as she gets back through the pack. Bazinga, if I'm not mistaken, still working on her initial pass. Again, that Crime City defense just so nimble and so strong. An absolutely deadly combination for any jammer. Prince Sophia working her way against the braced tripod at the front of the pack for Terminal City. Handley for Terminal City, forced to break off to bridge the pack. Number 42 and number 47, Griffith and Scarlet Bloodbath trying to hold back. Prince Sophia can't do it for long, though. Prince Sophia through for a grand slam. Nice leap there by Prince Sophia, just picking up those 3 points before calling off the jam.
We want to take a moment to shout out another one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Castle Megastore. From what I understand, this is one of the most amazing gaming places. And so, because everybody gets tired of their teammates every once in a while. So when you want to play by yourself, Castle Megastore.
Right. Castle Megastore getting us covered in all our gaming needs. Getting back down to the multiplayer game here on the track. Hannah Pay wearing the Jammer star for Crime City. Jamming against Maiden Sane for Terminal. Nice recycle by number 69, Flower Plowher on Hannah Pay. That's going to allow Maiden Sane an opportunity to get through and take lead jam for Terminal City.
That is only the third lead jammer call for Terminal, and 2 of those this period belong to Maiden Sane.
Hannah Pay also through the pack. Going to see what this causes Maiden Sane to do as she does get through the pack. Picks up 4 points. Going to keep it rolling. Hannah Pay in the pack. The Terminal City defense bit spread out there, so Hannah Pay is going to get through for 4 points. Maiden Sane now approaching the pack on her next scoring pass. Gets up to the front of the pack. Meeting up with that Crime City defense, forced to call off the jam, gets 2 points on that pass, holding Maiden Sane down. Oh, I'm sorry, that was 3 points on that last pass. Did not see the thumb up in the air. So that was a 0-point pass for Hannah Pay and Crime City. That's going to be 7 points for Terminal, 4 points Crime City, that jam.
I need to give credit where credit is due, because I got smacked in the back of the head for not. I totally stole that plug from Murray Grande.
King K wears the star for Crime City. Lathole wearing it for Terminal.
And saving it on the toe stuff on the inside is King K. If I've got to give my MVP vote, I'm going to give it to the jammers for both of these teams, because all of them are insane with their toe stop work.
It has been really incredible and impressive to watch. And with Lathole through the pack pretty quickly. Oh, wow. Lathole actually coming out on top there, getting 1 point over King K, who got 0 that jam. I think that might have been the first time that's happened this game.
You are right. That is the first time that has happened. Well, no, I take that. Well, okay, it is the first time that it has happened when Crime City has been the lead jammer. So when Crime City has never given up points when they are the lead jammer.
Well, thank you for listening to what I meant and not what I said. Getting back down to the action on the track, seeing number 3 wearing the star for Crime City, Prince Sophia. Jammer for Terminal City, number 22, Moulin Rouge. No lead jammer yet decided as the pack rounds turn 2. Prince Sophia, though, squirms her way through that pack, takes lead jam for Crime City. Oh, and we see a star pass here. Moulin Rouge has passed it on over to the pivot Handley.
That is only the 4th star pass this entire game, and the second this period, all of them belonging to Terminal City.
Wow, Prince Sophia calling off the jam, gets 4 points, but does give up a single point to Handley. That'll be another low-scoring jam. 4 up for Crime City, 1 Terminal. Brings our score to Terminal City 74, Crime City 258.
We are coming up on the 6-minute mark, and that is so hard to imagine that this second period has gone by that far. Like I said, I'm just blown away, and maybe it's because I can't skate. Maybe it's because I can't skate that I'm just so fascinated with how agile all these jammers are with their footwork and their awareness of this track.
King K takes the Jammer Star versus Anna War for Terminal City. Things slowing down around turn 1 as both these defenses are just really digging in. But once again, these jammers just so strong and nimble, forcing things forward. King K just dancing on her toe stops, does stay in, gets no pass, no penalty, and that is lead jam for Terminal. I'm sorry, for Crime City.
And a pivot to the right. Yep, 5 points for Crime City.
Pivot, plow her for Terminal City is taking a seat in that penalty box. King K on a bit of a tear here, gets 5 points on that pass.
What can Terminal do right now to stop the momentum of King K? Because once King K starts going, like you were just saying, she goes on a tear. So, again, 5 more points, 3rd scoring pass for King K in a very short period of time. So if you're Terminal, and not only that, but now we're going to have a power jam for Crime City.
Anna War picking up a track cut penalty. 30-second run now for King K, and as we were just talking about, that is going to be no good news for Terminal, especially since they only have 2 blockers on the track. We have a minivan pack, 2 parents trying to keep all the kids in control, but with King K taking the lead for Crime City, things are looking dire for our parents in the minivan. So that jam is called off. That ices Anna War in the penalty box. She is standing, so she will be back in the action rather quickly. Terminal City calls for a timeout. This is their second remaining. So now after this one, 1 timeout remaining for Terminal City, 2 for Crime City. Both teams still have their official reviews.
While they're taking their timeout, we will take a timeout to thank another one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Fingers Duke. Every time I think of that, I think of like the greatest thumb war tournament ever. So thank you, Fingers Duke, for sponsoring the Big O 2017. We'd also like to take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Moda Skates. Moda Skates, for skaters, by skaters.
So this clock is frozen at 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Crime City fairly far out ahead. Not sure that there's much that Terminal City can do to take out the win here, but they are certainly going to do everything they can to get every single point available. Do everything they can to continue to boost their ratings with WFTDA. All right, and with that, we will see the timeout ending. Hannah Pay up to jam for Crime City. As we said, jammer for Terminal, Anna War iced in the penalty box. She will also, she is standing, so she'll be back in the action momentarily. We also see 1 jammer in the box for Terminal.
I need to comment on the lack of jammer penalties. I can do words. Jammer penalties in this game. So when we do see jammer penalties, no matter where they're coming from, lead jammer going to Crime City just now in Hannah Pay. When we do see jammer penalties, they're just so few and far between that it's like you can almost feel the energy on the track just kind of shift. And you can feel like whoever team's jammer goes to the box, like you just feel the wind kind of get sucked out of them a little bit, because both of these sets of jammers are so adept and they skate so cleanly that when they do go to the box, it's just wow.
It really takes the wind out of the sails for that team. We do have the penalty box empty for Terminal City. Crime City just with a single blocker, number 12. That's Fricks Road now re-entering the fray. She does exit the penalty box just as the jam is called. Strong jam there for Crime City. That was a 4-point pass on that last pass. Grand total of 13 points for Crime City, 0 Terminal.
We'll be going into jam number 17 for this second period. Up on the line, Wearing yellow, number 7, King K for Crime City, and wearing red, number 88, Made Insane for Terminal City.
It's a matchup we've seen several times throughout this game. Made Insane, as you said, getting a good share of the lead jams for Terminal City when they do get it.
However, this is not going to be possible. The jammer cover is in between the jammer line and the pivot line, so as soon as King K got out, called the jam. So if Made Insane had retained the pivot cover, the jammer cover, we would have seen a third lead jammer for Made Insane.
Oh, and so Made Insane apparently was like, no, we're going to mulligan that one. I'm going back out on the track. So she does have that helmet cover on. It's a little tenuous from the look here. I don't see it wrapped around the base of the helmet. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of the last jam. See number 3, Prince Sophia, jamming for Crime City. Made Insane does get low, gets through, takes lead jam for Terminal City.
3 for 3 is Made Insane. Well, I mean, as far as lead, those that have acquired lead. She is the only jammer this period for Terminal to acquire lead.
Did see a star pass there on the side of Crime City. Captain Curly Hoare wearing that star at the very end. Made Insane, they're going to call off the jam. 4 points up for Terminal.
Rare star pass there by Crime City. First for them this game.
Looking down to the jammer line, we see Bazinga wearing the star for Terminal City in red, going up against King K for Crime City in yellow, in what has the potential to be the last jam of this game. But considering how quick of jams we've been seeing, we may yet see 2. King K looking to the ref, saying like, did I cut the track? Did I cut? Nope, you're good. You're getting lead jam. King K takes that for Crime City. Bazinga still fighting her way against the defense of Crime City. The last 2 blockers given just enough time for the third to come up and block her out. See the pivot for Terminal City. Handley up there trying to help out Bazinga to get through. Pack coming to a bit of a halt here at turn 3. And there's King K through the pack, just gets by the last vestige of Terminal City defense, picks up a grand slam, Crime City. And we are now on the jam clock, ladies and gentlemen. King K is not yet content to call off the jam. Pack starting to spread out a bit, but recoalesces. Last minute penalty called against number 69 for Terminal City, Flower Plower. A forearm penalty being called on the Terminal City pivot. All right, and there is the initial pass completed by number 314 for Terminal, Bazinga. And with that, the jam will be called. See a total of 9 points scored by Crime City, Terminal City 0. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to give you the score quite yet as it is unofficial, but that will not change the outcome of this game. Crime City taking a victory over Terminal City.
The reason I'm not really contributing all that much is because I'm busy over here trying to total all of these points.
Matt.
That was just happening.
Get them maths going, Shady.
Even then, like, it's not really going to be like it's not going to be. It's going to be different. So hold on. I'm doing the maths. But and the reason I'm doing the maths is because I wanted to know who scored more points. Was it Hannah Pay or was it King K? And I'm going to go with King K right now. King K, especially with that 30-point jam, holding the top scoring jam of the game. So we're very, very excited at how this game played out. Both of these teams gave us some great action. And our backs are to the scoreboard for those of you at home that obviously, can't see the announce table. And we actually rarely looked back there because the action in and of itself was just so enthralling. And if you had just completely taken the scoreboard away, you never would have known. No one would have been able to guess what the score differential was. I mean, both of these teams putting forth so much effort. So, of course, Terminal City this period looking a little bit heavier in the penalty, a little bit heavier, especially in the jammer penalty area. But otherwise, both of these teams choosing to do a joint congratulatory pass around.
And well decided there, because both of these teams, it was just like watching a violent ballet on roller skates out there. Such a great game. Everybody giving their all and just looking fantastic doing it.
Indeed. So coming up next on this track number 3 at Big O 2017, it is Saturday afternoon. We're going to see Rose City's B team taking on Angel City's B team. I'm going to stick around for that one. You guys should too. My name is Shady Hawkins.
I'm Rich Mahogany.
And we will see you soon. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for watching Big O 2017.